The ranking and training system has completely changed in the new season of FC Mobile. Hey guys, finally He Sleeps here with another guide on FC Mobile. Today I'm handling this one a little differently. We're going to look at training and ranking, but instead of making a new video, I'm going to reference some previously recorded footage where I explain this using the sandbox build before the release of FC Mobile. This will allow me to easily explain how this system works without having to spend a ton of hard-earned coins on duplicate players. First though, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube, turn on notifications so you never miss when an FC Mobile video goes live, then check out my Twitch link for live streams, and if you're feeling really generous, consider subscribing at my other channels as well, where I focus on raid and car culture over at Gearheads. It's simple and free, but it does make a huge difference, so thank you for that. All right, back to FC Mobile and the training and ranking system. If you're confused, I hope the following explanation helps. Let's talk about the changes in training and ranking. This I have mixed feelings about. Two of the biggest problems in the current version of FIFA Mobile are the training caps themselves and the predictability of the player training, the player progression due to those caps. EA's decided to divide training and ranking into two separate avenues of player progression with EA Sports FC. Ranking is no longer a part of the training process. Now you can train a player to increase their stats, but you can also separately rank a player to improve their OVR. I want to inject here because I don't think everyone understands that. Training improves a player's stats. It upgrades the numbers, their stats. Ranking upgrades their OVR, but does not upgrade their stats. But ranking also gives skill points, which improve stats. In some cases, it adds a secondary position as you upgrade. So we see here with these skill points, this is where you can apply your skill points. We have defending, where once you take it to level 1, you get a +5 of awareness, marking, and standing tackle. If we go over, you have passing as an option where you add the stats to long passing, short passing, and vision. And then you can do it multiple times. Like at level 2, you do, it goes to 10 +10 for long passing, short passing, and vision. But it also adds cam as a secondary position for this player. The difference is in training, you don't have a choice how the upgrade affects things. In rank, you can choose where you want to spend those skill points that you've earned. Training is no longer dependent on position. We can use like goalkeepers to train a striker, which is, it's a good thing for training, but it's a bad thing for the market. Second, you do not have to train a player at all to rank them. If we go back to ranking, we'll pick somebody that we have multiple of. Okay, so here, I'm going to pause again because when we made this video, there were no events running in FC Mobile. EA told us that you needed to use duplicate players to rank up, usually the same player, but there would be exceptions. So we assumed, but we couldn't confirm at that time, that it meant any version of the same player in most cases, which is how ranking worked in previous seasons of FIFA Mobile. However, at the release of FC Mobile, this is not the case. The duplicate players must be the exact same copy from the same program even. That means that all of the Pioneer players that were part of the Now and Later program that we have coming into this, they can't be ranked up because you only have one. That's all you got when it came across. That means event untradables for this season could end up the same way because with them being untradeable, you won't be able to buy more than one in the market to use for ranking. Now, our hope is that this will be fixed soon, or at least this will become the exception and not the rule. If you want to rank a player, you can rank up a player multiple times. We'll do them once and just show we didn't have any training in there. You can rank, but if you decide to train a player, we'll pick another one. We'll pick Lamar, and we will train him. If you start training this player, it gets to a point where you've reached the max current level and needs to rank up to further level up that player. So it's weird. You can train a player up till you have to rank them, but you can rank a player as far as you want without any training. So it kind of cuts both ways. Now on ranking though, if we do Lamar and we will rank him, one of the coolest new features of the split ranking and training system is the RNG that's been added into this ranking system at higher levels. Those familiar with my channel know that I also create content for Raid Shadow Legends, where numbers, RNG, and stats are king. Now, one of the components in upgrading gear in Raid is the unpredictability of upgrades at a higher level. Sometimes upgrading fails. The higher the level of upgrade, the less likely you are to be successful at all. EA has added that mechanic into ranking at higher levels. So as you can see here, we'll switch it over to the other side so you can see. If we throw a player in, now it shows at ranking level 3, his probability is 0%. If we put 1 in, it goes to 50. We put 2, it's at 100%. So we're just going to throw 1 in at 50% and see what happens. You're going to use these like players to rank up. So ranking up Lamar, I can only use other Lamars. And as you get closer to max rank, you start to see probability is based on how many Lamars you put in to rank him. And yes, you can fail and lose those players. We're going to see. Okay, so here, this one at level 4, 1 is 20%, 2 is 40, 3 is 60. Imagine having to buy 15 Team of the Year Messies to rank up the one you spent $100 on and spent 3 weeks grinding to get. Are you starting to see the pros and cons to this new system as it currently stands? 80. You have to throw 5 in to max it out. Let's just throw 1 in and see if we can fail the rank. It's a failure. We just lost a Lamar in the process. Now, knowing that you can rank up a player without training, but you can't train without ranking up, that's where the changes to the market comes into play. So let's go ahead and let's do a 60% chance to see if we can't get it. Success. All right, so we only required 3 of the 5 to get it to go that through, but we also lost 1 in the process. Now, if I go to the market and I try to sell a player that's ranked, like Lamar, where's he at? We'll go to my players. Lamar, who's got all this ranking in him. If we try to sell him, in order to use a player for training or ranking, they must be unlocked. Do you want to unlock this player? Unlock. I can sell him with rank. There's no issue. But if I try to sell a player that is trained, like Griezmann, gonna unlock him, we get this warning that it's gonna strip his training to sell him. You cannot sell a trained player. Now let's go back to the ranked player. If you look at, let's go to purchase him. If you look at this diamond up in the left corner, it actually shows multiple value ranges for each player within their ranking limitations. This is awesome, and it's bringing a lot of possibilities to the market where most everything else in the beta is taking them away. So like Lamar, his base level is only worth 86,000, but if you look where we've got him trained up to rank 5, we can sell ours. His base value is over $1 million. This is adding massive value to the ranking system and giving value to players in the market, because remember, ranking requires the same player, and there's a gambling aspect to it with the RNG on whether or not the probability of the ranking works. So like I said, I got mixed feelings about this. I like the new training system and ranking system being separate. I love the fact that they've gone back to old seasons where you have to use like players to do the ranking, and that we've now got added value being able to sell ranked players that basically gives, a 6 times the value to any player because of the ranking system. But the training and having caps on everything, it's not adding anything that we wanted to see in this new season. So again, we're going to be progression based and OVR locked on all of these players, specifically once we start ranking up and getting all of this training in. That's the new training and ranking system. I hope this info helped. If it did, make sure you subscribe. There's a lot going on in this new season, and it's still just starting out, so we're hoping there'll be working changes. Otherwise, instead of this being a boost for player demand, this new training and ranking system could break the whole thing entirely. I'm confident that EA is going to sort it out as more events are released. That's it. I'm finally He Sleeps. As long as you keep tuning in, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for EA Sports FC related content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for Raid Shadow Legends, everything automotive over at Gearheads, and then check out my Cringeworthy series for a few laughs. Subscribe links are literally right over there.